Crunchy.
All right, guys, welcome. We are going to be looking into Dead by Daylight. There's so much content coming out, so many trailers. John, you're probably better at just leading us away, telling what's going on because personally, I actually don't like Dead by Daylight, the game. Um, like, um, I could play it for a bit, but it's just I don't know if it's my thing. I more preferred Friday the 13th. It's hard to get into, but I really respect it because this game already has like 20 seasons already.
Yeah, it's been
Um,
out since like 2017, maybe even 2016. I can't actually
yeah,
remember.
I
But
really respect it.
but yeah, it's like just one of those things where it just has such good longevity. Like you have Friday the 13th, correct? But you can only do so much with the world of Friday the 13th, and I think that's its biggest issue.
Yeah,
Like you can
well,
only confide yourself. You can already put yourself in a box. It's like the same thing with the Texas Chainsaw game that came out. Like it was great for like that first 3 months that it came out, but it's stuck in a box. You can only really go through the world of Texas Chainsaw. Dead by Daylight, on the other hand, like it has so many different elements that it can add, so many different characters. It's like basically the Fortnite of the horror genre right now. They just get license after license, banger after banger. People love it. The gameplay is just a simple cat and mouse type gameplay, and you can kind of implement that with everything so far.
yeah. It's just
Um,
I get so
yeah,
amazed when I hear like, oh, we got Chucky now. We got Chucky. Oh, you want
yeah.
Michael Myers? We got Michael Myers. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, and they're still working on getting licenses, dude. Like they're constantly
Yeah.
working on getting licenses, which is a really good thing to see. My biggest gripe is like a completely different thing, man. My biggest gripe is that it's not fun for new players. Simply because there's already like
Uh,
and you could quote me, you can put the subtitle up for the actual number. I have no idea what the actual number is, and it's gonna sound like an exaggeration, but it might be right around that area. There's like about 100 different perks you need to learn from the survivor side
wow.
alone, and then there's like 100 different perks you need to learn from the killer side alone. So there's so many different perks, and it's so over, like it's just too much to learn right away, and it's just not fun for new players, especially when like it's stuck behind a paywall. You have to buy new characters, you have to unlock those characters to get
Yeah.
those same perks unlocked for everybody. Like it's a gripe, to be honest with you. And I feel like it could be better. I feel like I wouldn't complain about it as much if Dead by Daylight was free to play, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's stuck behind like a $30 paywall.
Yeah.
Besides
I
all
know my
that,
brother.
yeah.
I know my brother
But
plays it a lot, and like he'll be juking the hell out of these monsters, and
mhm.
like he'll be telling me like, oh yeah, this monster is like on lower tier list. I don't know why they picked. I was like, there's a tier list for these monsters.
Yes,
What
dude,
the
there's
hell?
actual tier lists for the killers. There's a whole tier list on ones that are actually good, ones that are not good. The ones that are good are most likely stuck behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Actually, some of the best ones are free. Actually, well, technically free. Um, but like some of the best survivor perks are like stuck behind paywall. Some of the best perks are stuck behind a paywall, most likely. Um, but yeah, dude, it's a really complicated game, and that's my biggest gripe about it, is that it's so complicated, so flooded with just perks that you need to learn. And is not very nice to new players when you're just starting right off the bat. It's just too much to learn. And the other thing too is that the game is fairly simple. Like game mechanics wise, it's an extremely simple game. If
Yeah.
you play video games, like it's very simple to grasp the concept and how to move around and stuff. The hard part is learning what everything does. That's really where the hard part comes in. But one thing I will give props to for Dead by Daylight is that they get licenses, they do fresh content, and they're constantly popping out more interesting things. So this lineup that they have currently going on right now is very, very cool. Cause like the very first thing we can see is just the Dungeons and Dragons concept that they have coming out,
Yeah.
and it has Vecna as a new killer, not the Vecna from Stranger Things, but it has the character Vecna from Dungeons and Dragons concept.
Yeah. Let me go and start it up.
Poor misguided wanderer.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Go and full screen that thing, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh shit! You get like Dungeons and Dragons costumes with it too.
Yeah, they're actually new characters or a new survivor.
Oh, could you imagine a mimic being a killer?
There's a
Fucking
mimic
treasure
in the
chest.
game. There's a mimic in the game.
What?
Yeah. Well, not in the game, but specifically when you fight against this particular killer.
This brings me back to at one point that Baldur's Gate 3 and what's that animated series on Amazon? They really paved the popularity for Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm.
For in dark places such as this, one must keep themselves entertained.
Heck no. That is really badass.
Yeah. So it's Vecna as the new killer, and then I don't even know how to pronounce the new survivor, but it's a survivor that we just saw. One thing I think that they kind of started realizing is that every survivor they need to put in, they need to bring in 3 new perks. So they brought in the same character but different genders. So you can pick either the male one or the female one, but they still have the same 3 perks. So I think they're starting to realize, like, hey, maybe we're putting in too many perks at a time. They wanted to bring in 2 characters, but they didn't want to come up with 6 perks. So I think that was the reason why they did that.
What's the casting of Frank Stone? Is that something else?
So Casting of Frank Stone is actually a different game, made by the same company as Dead by Daylight, but it takes place in the world of Dead by Daylight. But if we're still sticking with the concept of Dead by Daylight, we can go into the Castlevania teaser, because that's actually a pretty cool one that a lot of people are again. You could probably just visit the Dead by Daylight page, to be honest with you, because I think those next ones are coming up. Yeah.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, and I'm here with Keith, co-star of my upcoming film.
But yeah, so a lot of people are very, very excited for this Castlevania licensing that they just got.
Don't tell me that like you play as Simon Belmont, bro.
We don't know. We don't know yet. It's just a teaser right now. Point is, we're getting it.
Play as fucking. I guess that's crazy that they don't have a vampire like killer.
Yeah, that's cool, right? That's kind of, they don't have that. They haven't touched that yet. So people are kind of speculating that it's either going to be a killer, or they're just going to be skins in the game, because they have done that too. They've done just skins in the game. Like they've done collaborations with Attack on Titan, Resident Evil, just to have skins in the game. So they're just, a skin on top of a regular character, but it just looks like them, or it'll actually be the character, if that makes sense.
Yeah, everyone's like already doing the what is a man? A miserable pile of secrets.
Yeah. So go ahead and visit the Dead by Daylight page, and like you can see the next 2 things coming up after that. It's Frank Stone. The casting of Frank Stone is just like a brand new game that they're working on outside of that, and it looks pretty good so far. Oh no, the casting of Frank Stone gameplay trailer, because they've been working on this one for a while.
Is this like I'm getting Until Dawn vibes?
I don't know.
Oh, Supermassive Games. There you go.
Yeah, so most likely it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's not entirely true.
I fucking love Until Dawn, the Quarry.
Why do you hate Cedar Hill so much? Used to be like town mountain.
Yeah, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present
Son of a bitch.
Spend enough time in my line of work, realize every place has got its demons.
Thing that belongs to the boy you're looking for?
You can't shoot a movie in here. This is a condemned steel mill, Mr. Rivera. I suggest you immediately vacate the premises. And you do not under any circumstances, set 1 foot back here in the Cedar Still Mill. Ever.
This looks like the Quarry and Until Dawn level. I'll let you know that because like
Yeah, it does. I've played both of those.
because they came out with like 3 short ones. I'm not sure if you played those.
I don't think I played the short ones.
No, those are not that. I mean, they're not at that level.
Mm.
So what was this guy's name?
I don't think the police ever found this place.
Oh,
Whoever did this might still be here. We can't stay, okay? We gotta go.
And cut.
yo.
When you make
Okay,
music,
so
something-
this is hot. This is hot, Sean.
Yeah,
This is hot. I'm
Yeah,
a
telling you,
Dead by Daylight fan.
they had a whole stream today releasing a lot of this stuff, and then the last thing that they're gonna see is Project T. Yeah, that one right there. So that Project T is I think is the last thing that they updated us with, and I think that's just a brand new either game mode or game. I want to say it's a game mode within Dead by Daylight.
This is really interesting. They're going all out. So they had like a whole presentation stream, like showcase.
Yeah. They had a whole thing today.
Hey everyone, I'm Audrey, lead producer at Midwinter Entertainment. Last year, we gave you a very small glimpse of a project we started working on set in the Dead by Daylight universe. I'm happy to say that we have more to share with you on this game codenamed Project T. Instead of showing you a close to final game with some polished gameplay, we wanted to let you in on the development process. Right now, Project T is a work in progress, more than a fully fledged game. Our goal is to craft an experience with all of you and create something that you would be eager to play. Let's hear more about Project T with our creative director.
Hey everyone. First, I want to say what an honor it is to be working in the Dead by Daylight universe. We love DBD's multiplayer thrills, and its dark, mature setting brings just the right kind of tension and danger for a game like this. In Project T,
That was
play
on
as
the script.
trespassers, rough and tumble characters who have been whisked away from their realities and trapped.
Is that Trevor from Grand Theft Auto?
In a vast region
Basically,
of
dude.
backwater, they discover
Look
they
like
must
it.
work together if they're to have any chance of survival. And of course, they're not alone. The backwater is home to horrific monstrosities known as the Thrall. These terrors come in many forms and have different deadly abilities. Their origins and nature are unclear, but they certainly
giving
don't
up
take
if it's
kindly
not
to
me.
trespassers.
They able to
and
shoot a
other
shotgun.
domains. To achieve your objectives, you'll have to battle the Thrall with every weapon at your disposal.
The world of Project T is called the Backwater. It's a unique place, another twisted realm within the entity's grasp. You'll be eager to explore this familiar yet ominous world, and it'll definitely give you the creeps. To add even more tension to your experience, we're building the Backwater as an ever-changing landscape, which offers a lot of possibilities gameplay-wise. To navigate the Backwater, we're thinking of adding trucks in the game. Since it's a pretty big area, you would need a way to go from one point to another while escaping the hordes of Thrall. But there could be other uses for the truck. That's something we're thinking about. And we'd love to see what kind of ideas you might have.
Oh,
As
okay.
DVD fans, we're having a lot of fun creating this new experience.
I think I might like this a lot more than Dead by Daylight.
Yeah,
It's all about horror.
I think this is to
and we
really
want
start
make
branching
sure
out
we're
to other
crafting
players.
Something that horror fans will appreciate, from the different biomes of the Backwater to the look of the Thrall.
Project T is still in early
I just want to fight
development,
back,
but that doesn't
man.
mean
That's
you'll
the
have to
that's the
wait
only
another
thing,
year to
man.
get more news. We're looking to
But
get
that's
your
part of the
opinions
horror
and share
element. You're not
information.
supposed to
It
fight
is.
Creating a
It is.
platform called the Insider Program. This is a place where all the players
Well, you
excited
should
about
watch some
this new
DVD
take
bully
on the DVD
videos. Like
universe
the survivors are
gather
fighting back
and
the
be
whole time. It's
active
kind of funny.
participants in the development of the project. As an insider, you'll not only get exclusive information, but also in-game rewards and even the chance to join our closed play tests and give us your feedback. Join us to help shape an experience you'd like to play and make Project T
Get
the
on,
best that it can
get on
be.
that truck.
See you
Look
soon.
like a little like Fortnite. Like just get on a truck.
Yeah, so when I was watching a little bit of what they were talking about, dude, I was like, thinking COD Zombie / Left 4 Dead type of gameplay. Is that as at least as what I'm getting from what they're saying. So that will really start branching out to a whole new, type of gamer. So I mean, really, you don't have a lot of people who play first FPS games or shooter games really invested into Dead by Daylight. But I think if a mode like this came out and it hits, then they would definitely start coming into this game mode.
This was that was one. Is this a real thing? 2v8 game mode?
I don't know. I haven't looked much into that one, but I know it's been a concept that they've been working on. So I have no idea. Oh, official, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, so this is the
Let's
one
take a
thing
look
that
at that.
might bring me into it. This is the one thing that might bring me into it. Because like I don't know
A
if you ever heard
2v8?
of that's I think that's badass. Like that.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, they've been kind of messing with that concept for a while, and I think even modders do it now.
Gameplay not final, it says.
Jesus.
There's so many
God.
people. Okay, this looks really fun. Like this looks really chaotic. A lobby of 10 people. Because they that was one game that I thought that would have.
Watch yourself a little bit while you're doing a podcast.
So that was one game that I don't know if you remember. It died off really fast. Hopefully, it makes a comeback because I think it'd be a lot more popular now. But it's called Evolve.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
It was like a Left 4 Dead versus like someone plays a kaiju monster, and someone like it died really early. And someone suggested, something that they could have done was maybe 2 monsters with 8 people or 3 monsters with 12 people. And I was like, that would have been a way better idea. Like that would have been an amazing game mode. So I'm really glad to see this 2v8.
Yeah. So they're really working on, keeping it fresh, I think. That's not to say that they're not taking care of the current state of the game. I mean, from what I know, there's constantly bugs and glitches that are being exploited in the game. But like I said before, I think that's just being a victim of having maybe 100+ perks for each killer, each survivor. So it's crazy to maintain. I can only imagine what that nightmare looks like.
No, I like how like they're already like saying tag teams like Wesker and Nemesis. I don't know if I'm working Bubba and Billy. That's really interesting. Okay, damn, I really wasn't sure about this. I'm not on Dead by Daylight like news like this, man. I didn't know they had something like this today.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm kind of like not the biggest Dead by Daylight gamer, but I do occasionally like to look at what's going on there because I like to play from time to time. Don't get me wrong, I probably have less than like 20 hours in the game, but but I still like to play it every once in a while.
Okay, yeah, I might jump into it. It's just like, oh man, I don't know about like gotta just go running around turning on generators. I don't know, man. Like
it's okay. It's cool once you understand the concept of it. Because there's so much more to do, and like I said, it's for new players, dude. It's very hard because you don't have the cool, fun perks that everybody has, and most of them are locked behind paywalls, dude. So that's what I mean by like the game is not nice to new players because you gotta learn the meta, you gotta learn what's good, you gotta learn what you can't use, and you have to learn which characters have the good perks so that you can spend your free money on them, or if they're a DLC character, you have to buy them. So I mean, it's hard, dude. It's a very hard game to grasp as a new player, and that's my biggest gripe with it.
Yeah. So the reason why I like Friday the 13th over this one is just because you had like multiple options: escape by boat, escape by police, escape by car, or you could kill Jason. But like And like you said, there was a horror element. I can understand that, but like they made it to where like it is very challenging to kill Jason. Like it is like you have to do like maybe like 6 steps. Like you had to
Yeah,
get
but
someone killed, someone come back as
mhm,
Tommy Jarvis, call Tommy Jarvis, um, steal his mother's sweater, have a female character steal a sweater, distract
mhm.
Jason. You have to hit him enough times where his mask falls off. So it was like a whole bunch of steps that did that. So I would have really liked to see like there'll be different like long methods to kill a monster, but
Yeah, but I doubt it. I doubt they'll ever do it. They might
yeah,
add a different game mode that
yeah.
might do something like that, but I don't think they're ever gonna change the style of gameplay, dude. It's so good for competitive aspects. It's good replayability. And like I said, dude, there's a reason why you know the Jason game or the Friday the 13th game died out. That the Texas Chainsaw game is currently in a dying state.
Well,
Don't know if it is yet, but I mean, there's a reason why this game's been around since 2017.
I will say the Friday the 13th is unfair because it mainly died out because I think it was I forgot they got into like a lawsuit battle or something
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
it was a licensing thing
Yeah,
with the
so
creator of the original and then the creator of Jason, I think it was.
yeah, so and like they just had to stop updating the game and that was it. So there was no more new content. They were putting out new maps, new skins, new emotes. They're doing a lot of it, and then just that whole court case came out and it just halted everything, which is really unfair.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, I think I'm not the able to say. Did we hit everything, John?
Yeah, so far for everything that came out today, I believe, yeah.
Okay, I'm really excited for. Like, I love Supermassive Games. I love the choreo. God. Just see
Yeah.
something like like even though I'm not a fan of Dead by Daylight, I really like the world and the textures of the monsters and stuff like that. They make some really great monsters.
Yeah.
So just something by that. And like I know it's really weird, but I do like reading about the biographies of the survivors and the monsters. So
Yeah, they
just
got good
that
lore.
whole
Yeah, it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
well thought out stuff, you know?
So I'm just really, really happy to see that. I think
Mhm.
that's like
Yeah.
chef's kiss right there. But um, all right. Let us know how you feel about all this Dead by Daylight content. Um, are you pro into it? Are you new into it? Are you gonna be jumping into the whole Dead by Daylight phase?
Mhm.
Tell us what's your biggest favorite news about Dead by Daylight in this showcase that they had. Let us know down below. Like and subscribe. All in all, stay crunchy.